Hi, I'm Emily Burmis, and this is 120 Seconds to Better Leadership. Filming today from McDade, from my little tiny cabin in McDade, Texas, where I'm down training for a month with my dressage trainer and trying to take a sabbatical. So I don't know if any of you have considered taking a sabbatical. I had really not considered it since I left the university. Didn't know how I could do that, but I have a friend who's actually the CEO of the marketing company that I use, and he took a full month sabbatical after adopting his sixth child. And I thought, how do you take a month off work when you own the company? But I thought, well, if it can be done, let's try it. So I am on sabbatical, and I can tell you certain things are going well about that and certain things are not going well about that. So I want to talk a little bit about that in case you have thought about that as well. I know a lot of people are reconsidering their employment options, their relationship with their work, wanting more flexibility in their work, and this is just one more option for people to consider. So here's what I think is really awesome about the idea of a sabbatical. I think, even though nothing's wrong, I'm not trying to leave my career. I do think it's good to step away and get fresh perspective about your career, your job, your company from time to time. And that is happening for me. Partially because a lot of what I left behind for my team, they're just stepping up and doing. And it's really given me that confidence that if, God forbid, I was hit by that beer truck tomorrow, I think the firm would be fine. We've got the right people with the right skills in place. And so that part of it, to know that I can take a prospective deal and just hand it off and let them run it soup to nuts and I don't need to be involved, is really clarifying for me that I am not delegating as much as I can and should be. So that's been a really important insight for me. I would say what's not going as well, and this just speaks to my general weaknesses. I didn't plan far enough ahead. So there were certain projects that I can't get out of because I'm already in them. And, perhaps we were waiting, 3 weeks for a client, to deliver something to us. And I didn't get that. And then I'm leaving and now I get it. And now the work needs done. And some of what we do is not terribly time sensitive. And those folks are being pretty patient. But executive onboarding is very time sensitive and I don't want people waiting on that. So work has certainly crept in. I'm probably working, 3 half days a week, which is, it's pretty close to a sabbatical, but not quite. I'm not totally disengaged. So better pre-planning would have helped me communicating more proactively to clients and my team that this was going to happen. I think if I took about 2 more months in advance to plan it and make things happen, it would have gone much better and I wouldn't be getting roped into the things that I'm choosing to get roped into. I will say too, it's really nice to step away and feel like I'm as focused on my personal goals as I've always been on my professional goals. That's never been the case for me. I'm always work first kind of person. So it's nice to change that a little bit. And it makes me curious about what my work-life balance could look like or what my schedule could look like when I come back, to sort of keep some of what I'm experiencing here alive. I'm also getting pushed like crazy by my coach. I'm super out of my comfort zone. And for me, that's very confidence building, not at first, but eventually once you start to see that, gosh, I can do this big kind of scary dream that I had and it's going okay. Of course, you walk away with more confidence. So I think just to take that risk professionally, to take that risk personally, for me, that's the best way to grow. So I'm just curious if people have taken sabbatical, if you've thought about a sabbatical, if so, how that went for you, if people have ideas. I know several people that have done this. If you have ideas on what might help others make that happen successfully, I would just love to have a conversation on LinkedIn about that. So share your comments, share your questions below, and I'll certainly answer the questions that I can and share whatever insights you all want me to, but I'm looking forward to listening or hearing from you too.